Hey everybody, I just got done doing my endurance training workout. I don't want any of you doing this at home by yourself. If you're going to attempt to do anything in this video, do not do it by yourself. Have somebody with any training experience accompany you. That could be an actual trained professional like myself. That could be a friend, or that could be your parents or other kind of legal guardian. Have somebody with you if you're going to attempt anything you see in this video, to be able to stay safe and avoid any possible injury. Now, the focus of this video is basically endurance, which means, in very simple terms, you last longer. You train your body to have the energy and strength to last much longer than most people would be able to last. In this kind of training situation, you will be able to lift a specific amount of weight a lot more than somebody who wouldn't be doing this. So in my case, if I compared myself to my brother, for example, I would be able to last during the exercise lifting heavier weight a lot more, because I've intervaled my strength training and endurance training, where my strength training got me stronger, but the endurance training helped my muscles last longer. So what you're going to see is, in this video, I'm dealing with a lot less weight, which is about 40% of my maximum, and I'm doing a lot more repetition. So, and most of the exercises I do 3 sets of 15 reps, and this will cause your muscles to feel like they're on fire. That's the ultimate goal. You want that burning sensation. And when you achieve that burning sensation, if you still have repetition to go, you want to continue to fight through the burning sensation while you're doing your workout, because this is what helps your muscles last longer and avoid fatigue or getting tired much faster. So that's one of the advantages of endurance training. You can do so much more with so much less energy and still have so much more energy left over. And people are surprised by how much energy I have, and that's because of endurance training and cardio. It got my body to where I can put a large amount of stress on my body and still be fine. Whereas other people, they could do this and feel completely exhausted and have to rest for an entire day before they decide to work out again. But because I've been doing this for so long and I'm so used to it, my body's become accustomed to that kind of stress. And the only way to get my body better at it is, obviously, you have to increase the weight, you have to increase the amount of stress. But right now, I'm not trying to overexert myself only because I have a marathon coming up. I actually have 2. So I'm getting my body back to the way it used to be when I ran my previous 2 marathons, which was in very good condition. I was in top health, I could last a long time, and I didn't tire out very quickly. So I hope you enjoy the following clips and commentation. If you have any questions, comment down below. My social media links will also be in the description. And you can follow me on all my social media. Reach out to me and I'll answer any possible questions you have. Thank you. Okay, so this is your sitting shoulder press. You sit down, you press the weight up over your head, drop the weight down, but don't let your elbow go down below your nipple line. That's basically the lowest point that you want to drop the weight to when doing a shoulder press, because then you're engaging the max amount of muscles, you're getting the max amount of effort, and you will receive the max amount of results. This is your inclined or reclined bench press, however you want to look at it. You want to drop the weight down to your chest, keep your shoulders square, drop your elbows a little bit below your torso to get the max amount of muscle engagement, and Just keep it in control. Simple as that. Same as the strength building exercise. And just keep it in control. That's basically the key. And do 3 sets of 15. This is your basic bench press. You're going to keep your shoulders square. Keep your lower back on the bench. Drop the weight down to your chest. And keep your repetitions slow and in control. And you will achieve the maximum amount of result by the time you finish your training regimen. Okay, now this is your inner chest press. So you're going to keep the weight close together, hover the weight over your chest, press it straight up and straight down. You want to keep your chest tight, engage your shoulders, keep the weight in control. 3 sets of 15. This will work your chest, your shoulders, triceps, and your upper back. Okay, this is what I like to call butterflies. So it's kind of like an inner chest press, except you start with the weight above you. You drop the weight wide and out. You're going to want to drop your elbow to be aligned with your torso. It's kind of hard to tell by looking. This is more of a feel. Go as far as you feel is the maximum you can go, and then bring the weight back up. This will work your chest and your upper back. Now this is one of the more advanced forms of bicep curls. This is the bicep curl to shoulder press alternating. When you alternate, it's more harder because you have to hold one weight and then do the other weight. If you want it to be easier, do both weights at the same time. But alternating it basically the maximum difficulty for you to do this. And adding a shoulder press engages more muscles. It works your shoulders, your upper back, your chest, and your biceps. But again, this is the most advanced form. I wouldn't recommend doing this unless you have a lot of training under your belt. Just stick with a regular bicep curl until then. Okay, this is your suspended dips. You're going to keep your core tight, shoulders engaged. You're going to drop your elbows down to about a 90 degree or more. The lower you can get, the more muscles you engage and the harder the repetitions are, but that usually means the better the results you'll get. So keep it all in control, square. Okay, so this is inner grip pull-ups. It's kind of similar to regular pull-ups, except your hands are turned inwards. This works out your upper back, inner back, and your tricep and shoulders, as well as your biceps. It's a very effective workout, but at this point in your workout, if you do it later in the workout, it's going to be much more difficult because your arms will be much more tired. Okay, so as the previous video showed, it's all going to be the same ab workouts. These are leg raises, suspended leg raises, and knee raises. This will work your entire core. Keep your arm tight as you hold yourself up and raise your leg. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible. The more tired you are, the more your knees will bend, but the straighter you can keep them, the more you'll be engaging your core. This is your laying down leg raises. Keep your hand behind your head to support your head. You could see I did a little stretch there. That was to get more comfortable. But I just continued doing what I did at that point after I got myself more comfortable, and yeah, I just pumped them out, got them done, and it worked my entire upper core. This is going to be flutters. You do this for a set amount of time. I counted 40 seconds, but the way I count seconds is a little bit slower than a timer. So this actually went on for about a minute, which is usually a good amount of time to be doing flutters. I rest my hands on my stomach, as you can see, but I still keep my shoulder blades off the ground, only because I find it much more harder for me to be able to do this comfortably with my hand behind my head. So what I do is I put my hands on my stomach, but I keep my shoulders off the ground, and then I just pump them out. I usually try to have something with me to distract me from the time limit. Okay, so this is your advanced crunches. What you're going to do is you take the weight over your head, bring it over your shins, and then you crunch into a tight ball. Make sure you get your shoulder blades off the ground, and it's as simple as that, really. You just want to get yourself into a nice, tight, firm ball, and get your set done. Okay, this is your last ab workout. This is an advanced form of sit-up. You're basically taking the weight over your head and bringing it down over yourself in between your legs. So basically you're doing a basic sit-up, but with weights. The key here is to go slow going back down. The sit-up itself is actually much easier than you would think. But the key in this one is to go slow as you descend back down to laying position, because this engages your core a lot more. And as you reach over your head, it stretches out your core. And this engages a lot more muscles. And it also works out your shoulders. So you want to keep yourself slow and in control as you go back down into laying position.